What's up? What's up? What's happening? I'm the sports judge. Welcome. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. To keep up with me, subscribe to the channel. March Madness is finally here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we've been waiting for. This is my favorite time of the year. Well, one of my favorite times of the year. You flip the calendar to March and you have the best tournament in sports. It's a fun time to be a sports fan. I've been lagging on my tournament bracket. I know I need to get a move on it. I have yet to fill out my bracket. I need to get on it. But every year I fill out a bracket, and I know I'm not an expert or this so-called bracketologist. I try to be, but there's always that Cinderella that dances to the Sweet 16. There's always that underdog that comes out of nowhere and busts my bracket. It never fails. Last year, my bracket was busted on the first day. Upsets, giant killers, sleepers, best defined March Madness. Even if you're a basketball expert who flirts with perfection, it's humanly impossible to get a perfect bracket. You're not going to get a perfect bracket. It is really hard to achieve. Many believe they can do it. I believe, but with the probability of predicting all 63 games correctly in the NCAA men's basketball tournament is 1 in 9.2 quadrillion. But it's the fun that counts, right? Sure, we all want to be right, but it's okay to be wrong. It's never easy to predict a tournament with a field of 68 teams. So the field is set, and we're in for what should be a thrilling and exciting 3 weeks of college basketball. Let's break down the bracket. But first, we're going to break down the East region. Let's do it. A lot of great storylines await. There can be plenty of compelling matchups, a whole lot of drama, and maybe even a few potential upsets. Let's look at the bracket. Let's look at the bracket. The best first round game is Memphis versus FAU. This is a tremendous 8-9 matchup. If we're keeping it real, Memphis should have been a 7 seed. The Tigers are going into this tournament feeling good about themselves, coming off a win over top seeded Houston to win the American Atlantic Conference tournament. Penny Hardaway's team is the most dangerous 8 seed in this year's tournament. I keep saying that. I can't stress that enough. There's no denying the fact that Kendrick Davis is one of the best point guards in college basketball. As for Florida Atlantic, it has been a great story out of the CUSA this season. This will be FAU's first trip to the NCAA tournament since the 2001-2002 season. So it's been a long time. The school's 31 wins is the most in team history. But do not discount a team led by Janelle Davis and Elijah Martin. The Owls, who led their conference, have won a lot of their games. They shoot the ball well, move the ball in transition, and rebound great. Dusty May, the fifth-year coach, took over a program that now has 5 winning seasons, not to mention one of the hottest teams entering the tournament on a 7-game winning streak. It's an older group, so there's a lot of experience. This is a team that can put the ball in the basket. Everybody will be watching the Owls. And these guys can flat out shoot. Have you seen them play? This is a team that shoots the three well. This is a team that has great interior defense. But can you trust the the Boilermakers in March? That's the big story in the East region. It's no secret that Zach Edey is unstoppable, but Purdue at times is vulnerable. Even with Edey being the giant that he is, Purdue still has some glaring weaknesses. We know the 7'4" big man will impose his will for Purdue. The Boilermakers have a penchant for struggling mightily against full court pressure, causing Purdue's backcourt to collapse. Another weakness of this team is its three-point shooting. This is the year that, for once, nobody has really paid attention to Duke. But the top potential matchup is number 1 Purdue versus number 5 Duke. What we would have is a perennial power going up against the most dominant big man in the sport, Zach Edey. Duke gets Oral Roberts in the first round, though. That's not an easy out. That's a tough out. In fact, I've got Oral Roberts beating Duke in the first round. I got it beating Tennessee in the second round. I got Oral Roberts dancing to the Sweet 16 for the second time in 3 years. It's worth noting that Paul Mills' team enters March Madness with a 17-game winning streak, the longest in the sport. Winning is fun for the Golden Knights. It has become fun. ORU has just one loss since Thanksgiving. Max Asmas is a bucket getter, and this team has a 7'5" big in Connor Vanover. My Cinderella team that could surprise is Oral Roberts, but Duke's first-year man, John Shire, who had to succeed his predecessor, Mike Krzyzewski, has done a terrific job. Since the start of the season, Shire has faced an impossible task, to be quite honest with you, having enormous shoes to fill. He's won more games in his first season than any Duke or ACC coach in history. I don't like the Blue Devils' chances of getting past Oral Roberts. One of the reasons Duke is a favorable Final Four pick is because it has won 9 games in a row and looks like one of the hottest teams in the country. Interestingly enough, the Blue Devils can make a Final Four run, but I just don't see it, considering how Oral Roberts run great offense and gets off good shots. Of course, we would all like to see Purdue go up against guard Kyle Filipowski and Duke's freshman Derek Lively, which he would match up against Edey. In all, Purdue is my East region winner. I think this year the Boilermakers will exercise their March Madness demons. Come on, Purdue has the best player in the country. It has outstanding offense, great rebounding, and plays with discipline. I hope I am right. I'll be back with more March Madness content. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe.